Colin here. Today I've got a box from Watford Valves, and containing within it there is some EL34 valves, 4 of them, for my Bugera amp here. This Bugera is part of the Infinium series. It's a 333 amp with the Infinium valve circuitry within it. The Infinium circuitry essentially lets you put in whatever valve you like, either an EL34 or a 6L6, and it will do all the tricky biasing sort of stuff for you. So this is a great amp for an experiment to see what the difference is between a 6L6 valve and EL34s. The risk of simplifying this way too far, 6L6 valves are usually found in American amps, and the EL34s are usually found in British amps. Marshalls are all sort of EL34s. So that's sort of the shift we're looking for in the sound here. We're going to get 6L6s sounding quite American, and then going to get a Marshally British sound from the EL34s. Maybe, we'll see. So I've currently got 6L6s in here, so I'll do some sound samples right now of the 6L6 sound for the amp, and once that's finished I'll take them out, pop in the new EL34s, and we'll see just how different the valve sounds. I'm going to remove the back plate so I can get to the valves here. I've taken the screws out, so it should just slide right out. There we go. And there they are, the 4 power tubes. just here. They're all 6L6s. This shorter one at the end was one that I replaced because one of these went a bit faulty. So this is a Tung-Sol, the same as the new EL34s that I've just got in. The legends here say what kind of valves can go in it, and it's got 6L6 and EL34. Because of the infinium circuitry, I can just plug in either type of valve and it'll do all the biasing and all the rest of the stuff for me. So these metal clips round about, the bottoms of them hold them in place. I'm just going to pull them back, try to hold the tube by the plastic bottom, and they should just pull right out. So I'm going to keep these safe in case I want to put them back in. So I'm just going to pull the rest of them out. Now it's time to put in the EL34s. That's all the EL34s in place. Let's get this thing plugged back in and see what kind of noise it makes. With the EL34s in place, the first thing I notice about it is certainly they've got more gain. From playing it I can see that, and also just from the hiss that's coming from the speaker, just the background hiss is slightly louder. So these things have a bit more gain than the 6L6s that I had in before. The sales pitch for these valves was that they had more gain and some more touch responsiveness. So we'll see if that's the case. Certainly the more gain is there, but we'll try some sort of subtle touch response stuff along with some really heavy riffing and just see if they do better than 6L6s. So I should probably talk about which I prefer now, the EL34s or the 6L6s. Well, there is a clear difference between the valves. It's maybe slightly difficult to quantify, but it's there. The 6L6s definitely have a cleaner response. They're not quite as much gain as what the EL34s have. So the 6L6s have more headroom on the clean channel, and they stay cleaner for longer, more volume. They're also clean up as well. You can hear it on the crunch channel as well. They're just a bit more clinical and precise than the EL34s, which are a bit more gritty. But I quite like that grittiness. I don't like the super clean precision. So the EL34 is probably swinging it for me. Although the 6L6s are still pretty good if you want to do a lot of precise work. Maybe very technical lead playing or something, then yeah, definitely 6L6s for that. One other thing I think the EL34s have as an advantage over the 6L6s is that they've just got a punchier bass response. I mean, these guys are still doing the bass, but it's not quite as punchy and out there as what the EL34s are doing, so I really do recommend getting some EL34s if you're looking for that really punchy sort of djenty bass. All in all, I thought the EL34s were sort of louder and had a better overall character response, although these ones were that little bit cleaner and more precise. So that's what I think of these valves. Should you rush out and buy a whole new set of valves? Well, if you've got the money, do so. I mean, these 4 valves cost about 70 quid. So it's something that you've got to really consider if you want to invest in. But certainly if you're worried about your valves being, past it, or you need some new valves, certainly try getting a decent set. And I really do recommend going to Watford Valves for your stuff, because they do a lot more diagnostic tests than pretty much anywhere else, so you're guaranteed quality with them.